By the way, we're going to see some fireworks. There's a drop going towards the main as roaches go across the map. 3 queens ready for this. And there are Hellions that were going around, but here the roaches go to the natural. This is kind of the interesting thing that's occurring here, because Maru's army's across the map. He just started a Banshee.
Right. Okay, so these roaches are going to come in now, doing a lot of damage over here to this 3rd CC. It looks like it's going to actually force it to cancel.
Really nice.
Yeah, that's actually, in of itself, already a big victory here.
Yeah, and this is a smart move from Maru. Like, he's just trying to buy some time until his Banshee is out. The Banshee, of course, can push these back really, really quickly.
Yeah, looks like he's actually going to lose his depot, though.
Yeah, but I think he bought enough time here. Like, this was a rough situation for him, but I think he did as well as you really could be expected to.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't think he actually ended up getting any real damage across the map. The Queens pushed him away pretty quickly. So, you know, overall, that went a bit better for Solar, no doubt.
And Solar's looking to be in pretty good shape as far as development goes.
Yeah, definitely. Like, his Spire is over halfway done right now. You know, he's getting that 4th base up. He's got... the creep spread's not fantastic, but it's not terrible either. A little bit of auto turret.
That's actually insane how little damage that did. Yeah. It only hurt the drones. Didn't kill any.
That's right.
Which basically never happens with auto turrets, so looks like that one did at least get 2 here.
Couple wings fall down as well. And he sees that Spire finishing up, knows exactly when that's done. So definitely some very valuable information. Plenty of turrets being made from Maru. And, you know, he's kind of doing what he needs to do here to start to catch back up in this game.
Right. Okay, so the push is going to come out. Now, the one thing that Maru has, I think, better than any other Terran in the world right now is I think his control is just tip-top.
Oh, yeah.
So I think mathematically this isn't terrible for Solar, but we want to watch the control here for Maru, because occasionally he does bend time and space.
Yeah, that is true. Baneling's speed's already done. 11 mutas are already out, so this could go bad, but yeah.
Look at the spreading. It's already, like, so good. It's crazy.
The pre-spread is very, very good.
Yeah, and see, he's leaving a small number of Marines here, enough to kind of accelerate the damage on the hatchery. There's going to be a push. I'm sorry, is it a counterattack?
I think he's coming in for a flank.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Wants to come in from the other side. Okay, here come the mutas. They get nothing done there.
Dude,
Maru
he needs to dive on that hatch.
Yeah, he is going to kill the hatch.
Yeah, that's Maru, man. All right, so the Banes are going to come around. They're going to curve around the rocks here. I think that actually Maru...
Oh, he does.
I can't believe this.
My God, he killed like every muta and all the Banes.
And the Queens, and I think there's like 2 mutas left. Yeah, Maru's in pretty good shape. I think if Solar can have, you know... Oh, man, see, he's so good at just not losing any of the key units. It's kind of the opposite of what we saw with Keen, honestly, you know, where Keen was just getting bruised and battered through the game, and then when he attacks out, it just gets melted.
So what you're saying is Keen should play like Maru?
Yeah, he should, man. Just play like Maru, man.
Yeah. You can't win with
Terran. Macro and
you watch this guy?
Yeah.
This guy has lots of championships.
Just do what he's doing.
Yeah.
I love when anybody makes anything about StarCraft more about just like a decision thing. Have you tried doing the thing that just the best player in the world does that always wins, where it's like, well, that wasn't the problem so much.
Yeah.
It's the difficulty of playing the game that, you know, it wasn't a concept I couldn't grasp.
Yeah, yeah. You forget that, like, when you name someone like a Maru or a Flash, it's like, yeah, no, not even the other pros can do what they do.
It's like literally, this is like an online game, and you know, there's never been anything quite like online gaming where you can really measure who's the best in real time all the time, and this guy seems to be the only one who can actually do it, despite us also having all the information on how he does it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Now, I do want to point out, Solar's basically grown back in both sides of the map. I am actually really interested in seeing which direction Maru wants to push.
Yeah, me too.
Because it does seem like, I guess maybe the top left is a better spot to push into, but I don't know.
Well, he's setting up his sensor towers. The creep spread has gotten pretty far out right now. Solar at 2-2 upgrades. He has his hive. And, I mean, he's starting to expand everywhere, but I don't think Maru is, like, in a position where he's going to take damage. But yeah, where do you push to? Is he just going to start taking more bases? We see a couple command centers going down, a second armory here, Ghost Academy. Now, here is some food for thought. Remember Ryung's very strange TVZ, where he was playing against Armani, and eventually he just sat there
Yes.
and kind of absorbed Armani forever. Ryung and Maru are very good friends and talk about the game all the time.
Yeah, very true.
So it's not unreasonable to ask whether or not the way that Ryung was playing, is that maybe something that Maru came up with?
Yeah,
Is it something that Maru endorses?
I think it's a fair guess.
Yeah, maybe Ryung came up with it and Maru likes it too. We don't know for sure right now, but looking at just the fact that he added the second armory here, when he did, we see Blue Flame being gotten, right? Lots of turrets, lots of command centers, and he's kind of sitting back defensively. It's reminding me of the way Ryung was playing against Armani. I'm not going to say it's exactly going to be the same, but we'll see. Like you're not going to do anything with Ultras here, I think, attacking-wise.
Yeah, I think the Ultras are handy if you're trying to defend on creep.
Yeah.
They don't quite have the maneuverability of a lot of the other Zerg stuff to kind of get in there and take the fights you want them to take. Solar's going to come in here with a pretty insane attack now.
But look at the absorption here from Maru. Like, okay, you lose the planetary, that's fine, but that was much more efficient for Maru, that trade.
Yeah.
Much more. And look at this. Now he's going to counter push a little bit, take down that hatchery. I mean, I don't think you were making that hatchery as Solar thinking you were necessarily going to mine that out.
No, I think he's one of these guys that has the money. He's like, all right, let's put a hatchery here that makes creep. Let's maybe if we win that fight over at 9 o'clock, I can send drones there, try to soak up some resources before I lose it.
Yeah.
But Solar's sitting on a tremendous bank account of Vespian gas. This is important to note here. So, you know, this is going to be kind of scary here. I mean, that means he can basically remake a lot of Banes. He can even just keep making Banes right now. There's 56 Banes. That's literally a quarter of his supply on Banelings. And this is usually where Terran has to take their lumps.
Well, let's see what he gets done with it. The Baneling amount, like, I mean, it was a hell of a lot of Banelings, but has it done its job? Let's see how these ones connect. Okay, it does take out a few ghosts here as well. I don't, like, you're mining more than Maru, so I guess that was good in that way.
This one queen.
She's like, oh, my back.
I gotta get back on the creep. Yeah, so I'm actually starting to think Solar is getting closer and closer to a winning position here. He's found this weak spot, which is this 9 o'clock base. Zerg is going to... How many bases do you have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 bases. Now, they're not all being mined. But, I mean, right now, Maru's basically struggling to get any presence here in the 9 o'clock spot on the map. And he is just getting washed in Banelings right now.
It's a lot of Banes, but it doesn't do as well as the last time.
Okay, that attack was a disaster.
Yeah. Maru's getting more and more efficient, and he did add more factories. Like, I want to say he has 4 factories, but maybe it's 5. We see 2 tanks, 3 Hellbats being made. That's interesting. Now, Greater Spire coming up because he did make these Corruptors, so maybe he wants to go into that. But let's not forget, that is how Ryung ended up winning against Armani, right? Is there was an overcommittal into Broodlords.
Right.
And he countered it very hard with the Ghost-Thor play.
Okay. I think stuff like this should have been happening a little bit earlier. It's really cheap to just right-click some lings down here and force some stuff to get pulled back. Now, if our observer catches it, yeah. Oh, never mind. You know what's weird about these attacks?
What?
It seems like he's attacking from the rally point on the exact opposite side of the terrain that blocks this. Like, we're seeing the units literally wrap all the way around the sides. He could just go all the way to the top left corner and then come directly down. You see, does it make sense? I don't know if I'm articulating this very well, but well, again, the goal here for the Zerg is to basically flatten this spot over here. It's proving to be surprisingly difficult, by the way.
Yeah. He's getting less and less efficient with these attacks. This is very, very in line with the absorption play that Ryung showed us. And like watching Maru do it, it's definitely a different flavor. Like Solar is not attacking as insanely as Armani was, but he's still being a bit wasteful here. And imagine, right, like these things where Maru's in this entrenched position off of creep, with his buildings around and closer to his rally points, and he's barely holding on. If he were trying to attack during this time, Solar would have wiped his army off the face of the planet.
Yes. Of this planet.
Of the planet that 2,000 atmospheres is on.
That's right. I think another issue we should probably address here is, like, where does Terran go next, guys? Do you see a base that looks easy to take? Because I don't. I guess you could try to get the bottom right, but that's kind of pointed away from everything. By the way, Solar needs to, like, just actually attack a different spot on the map. This is like...
You don't think you should send more Banes there? Are you sure, Tasteless?
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I got a little foolhardy there.
Tasteless, do you even play Zerg? Do you even get it?
I don't get it at
you
all,
don't
dude.
get the trials and tribulations.
I don't even know what the purple stuff on the ground does.
You just don't understand what it's like to have twice as much economy as your opponent and run Banelings in the same spot over and over. Tasteless.
I'm sorry, guys. But yeah, seriously, where does Terran expand next? There's no easy spot to get. I feel like Maru is just going to get strangled here. Now, important note, at the bottom of the screen, you can see Zerg's maxed out again, but the money ain't that much. Yeah. Not a lot of minerals, not a lot of gas. All right, is this going to be the moment that Solar can actually bust this?
I don't think so.
Well,
those
are
are
the Brood Lords. How many broods are actually left over? What is it, like 7 or something?
6, maybe?
So, he has actually sniped a lot, but I think the more important thing is he can target the tanks here. Well, maybe not. Maybe the tanks are going to get away.
Yeah, some of them did. But yeah, he's almost out of energy on these ghosts. Ooh, nice pickup there. Brings more tanks up here as well. He does have a couple Thors being made. More Marines being added in as well. He just needs to overpower these broods. Doesn't want the broods getting too much value here. Feels like they are getting very good value, though.
Thing is, you can kind of trade not favorably when you're Zerg here. The thing is, I feel like Solar set up his position really well, and he is not able to finish the job.
Yeah.
Like, if this was Rogue, it would be very different.
Yeah, if you have creep over half the map, right, and you're on 8 bases, and you have what looks to be infinity of everything, and then you attack the same location like 7 times in a row, that's definitely not finishing super well. We're not going to say that this is the greatest finish we've ever seen from Solar.
Right.
Especially considering he's not necessarily going to win this game. I mean, he's still got a lot of economy, but Maru is starting to move up the map a little bit. Has some Thors mixed in here. Do you keep on the broods? Like, 3 broods is not that scary, right?
No, I mean, it's something, right? Let's see how these Banes actually connect, though. You know, I feel like the writing's on the wall now. I feel like we've seen enough bad attacks. I think that there is an insane amount of bases to kill. It's almost funny.
Yeah.
But it seems like Terran is now on the offense. Here we go.
Oh, he has 9 bases now, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Maru attacking this top left. It has a lot of drones there, which is awesome to see from Solar. You definitely want to try to mine out these ones quicker.
These bases, you want to try to get all the resources off as soon as possible, because it's realistic that let's say this game goes on for another 15 more minutes, that Terran expands up there, right? Now, this base that Terran's taking, and again, we're going to try to go big picture here, because you can watch these fights all day, but if you don't appreciate that Terran is eventually going to dry up on resources, you're not appreciating how the direction the game is still going in here. And so it seems like this is like one of the most impressive efforts here for Terran to try to push out, but and again, we're not even really getting this on screen that much, so you really want to watch the minimap for this. The bottom right is just getting drained. Of resources.
That's an important aspect here. I guess a saving grace here is that kind of, not the very bottom right, but the one next to that on the left.
Yeah.
That one hasn't been taken, so if Maru takes this space in top left and still can hold on to that one down there, I think he's fine.
Yeah, the thing is, I don't think there's a world where Terran has the base that we have on camera and that bottom right base.
Yeah, no,
you know what I'm saying?
You're certainly right about that, but he can, you know, one step at a time, right? Like, dominate this top left, and then maybe you can start to swing a little bit towards bottom right.
Yeah.
Maybe. We'll see. Look at this, 108 to 136. This is actually becoming kind of interesting, right? Where they aren't able to max out anymore. They don't really have... Well, I mean, the economy's not terrible, but it's shrunk a lot.
So, I mean, Terran is barely mining from this. It's kind of funny because the supplies have gone down a bit. I feel like the army right now is certainly more technical for Maru, and Maru actually wins. Oh. It's going to be good old proxy racks, very Maru-esque.
Yeah.
Now, where is the Overlord going? The Observer's showing us right now that if you nibble away at those minerals, you can make a beeline path.
Viking or something. Like, it's going to be weird. I'm excited. Anyways, this Overlord comes down and sees what Maru is up to.
He sees the Marine, by the way. And that's all you need to know. And so this rush is going. Now, this is not the newest rush. I feel like Maru is probably the best in the world at this rush, though.
Oh, yeah.
So what's most important for Zerg is that you do not lose more drones than you need to lose. So the drones have come down. Nice snipe on one. Pulls away the weaker ones. Okay, one Marine gets surrounded, excuse me. Ooh. Another drone goes down.
Pretty good so far, man.
Yeah, this is pretty nasty here.
Wow.
5 drones killed. Keep in mind, they're not mining right now. Oh, I thought for a second the SCV was just going to break the neck of that next drone.
Yeah, it did look that way.
And he's gone for Reapers here.
Yes, I love this build.
I actually didn't even realize that the gas had been taken yet. So he basically sets this up to look like one type of rush, and then he just pulls back really hard, and it's going to be Reapers coming out here. CC's already started.
I'm trying to remember whose build this is. We saw this before where it's a few Marines into the Reapers.
Was it this season?
No, it was like last season, I believe.
I was going to say, I don't remember.
It was like, it might have, like, I think Keen did it and someone else did it too. Who's that other guy that's like Keen that I always get confused? It'll come back to me.
Supernova or something?
No, not Supernova. It'll come back to me. Anyways, we saw this a little bit before because it kind of forces a bunch of slowlings out and then you bring your Reapers up. And it's higher econ than just, you know, just a Marine all-in or something like that. So.
Well, this is really cool. It's like we've taken this old build, and now we mask the new build with it.
Yeah.
So Zerg's like running around with drones trying to stop stuff, and then already Reapers are out. I think this is just really cool to see.
It is. It's such
Maru's
a cool,
big brain at work.
Cool evolution. I would tell you, I think that there is a possibility here Solar takes enough damage that this game is going to become unrecoverable.
Yeah. I'm worried right now for him. The third base is coming down. The double E-bays are almost done. I don't even see Evo chambers being made now, or if they are, they're not upgrading.
Yeah, he is adding in a couple more queens and making some Ling Bane, but he's also trying to squeeze out drones right now. So he's really trying to tread that line, which is important. Is he going to have enough units here? No Baneling speed or anything. Maru flying around, maybe looking for a drop into the main base. I thought he was going to come over here and like start trying to pick off queens on the edge of creep, but
yeah, me too.
Looks like he wants to just dive for damage.
This might be better.
Maybe.
Yeah. I mean, how many Banes are actually up near the main? Dude, he just gets one queen. Pretty nice.
Yeah, not bad.
Dude, really nice. Just snipes a Baneling over there.
But not as much as I thought he was actually going to get. I thought he was going to just make a beeline for that third and keep pressure on where the creep was still low. But at this point, he's just continuing to remove creep. Still looking good. Baneling speed now started. But 1-1 about halfway done here for Maru. Definitely going to be relying heavily upon Banelings on the defense here for Solar.
Okay, another little scan here. Again, Solar... Okay, I was about to say, see that drone that just went down? You guys might have missed it, but a drone went down over here. It's going to try to set up a fourth base here. You need to get that fourth base up, and tempo-wise, Terran's in a pretty good spot. And here comes the push. And dude, Maru is just so good at the game. Like, it's so impressive. He's such a gamer, dude.
Dude, wow.
This guy games day,
He won 4
night.
GSLs, you're right. He is good at the game.
He can game. Like
I was kind of questioning it before this, but like, this is really good.
I thought it might be a fake gamer, but he's not, Artosis. How dare you? The tanks are going to be positioned one at least behind this pillar. And I don't know, man. I don't know that this base is going to be able to finish. I feel like Maru is split so perfectly. He's trying to bait out these Banelings. The hatchery is canceled at the last possible second. And 1-1 finishes up, dude. Maru's a beast.
Ooh, yeah. Baneling speed is finishing, though.
I do want to point out, this part might be an overextension. Would it not be better to just kind of, you know, take your wins?
Well, you're definitely right. It was an overextension.
Yeah. This seems like Seems like you've won the fight. You should probably pick up and go back and, you know, make the Zerg fight for another base. Solar is actually expanding to this location that's next to the main base. Looks like he's got a drone to maybe make another base down there. He might have forgotten he sent it. And it looks like he's finally got, I should say Solar's finally got his 4th up here. But Maru has just been so active on the map, you know, entirely here. Got another attack coming up here. Another denial, even gets the drone. Nicely done. Now, does he commit even more? I guess so. I see the tanks moving over here.
Dude, Maru is just wrecking Cancel Hatch here.
Yeah.
That's his new nickname, by the way, is Cancel
Hatch. Whack-a-Hatch. And this isn't even the majority of his army here. These are like these little harass forces.
Dude, if I had $1 for every hatch canceled, I could get a whole gallon of gasoline.
Yeah. All right, planetary over here. Are there enough banes to just blow it up, though?
I think he's going to go around it for SCVs, maybe? No.
Dude, that was a really bad attack. We might just see Solar tap out. If he can't keep this hatchery alive,
yeah.
I don't know, you know.
He needs it badly.
Yeah, well,
now he's coming in for a flank. This is a very important moment. Yeah, he will be able to clean this, but let's see how efficient Maru can really be.
Yeah, looks like he's going to be able to pick up that infantry. And he's going to regroup. He's actually just going to replace the push.
I think Solar needs another round of Lings to try to break that. If he goes right now, he's going to have a bad time. 2 tanks siege in very different positions. Very nice. Okay, Lings come up, but he didn't really wait for all the Lings that were being made. That's it.
GG. Maru takes game 2.